Friend, are you part of the Clutter Free Academy free Facebook group over on I said Facebook. I'm saying Facebook 7 times here. But if you just search for Clutter Free Academy over on Facebook, our group will pop up. It's called Kathi Lipp's Clutter Free Academy. You have to answer a couple of questions to join. But if you are looking for real solid support in your decluttering journey, that is the place to go. So just go over there, join us. You'll be there with 16,000 of your favorite friends who are all on their clutter journey, and you will make real progress. We can't wait to see you there. Well, hey friends, welcome to Clutter Free Academy, where our goal is to help you take small, doable steps to live every day with less clutter and more life. And I am here with the leader of all things Clutter Free for Life, our paid group. It's Grace Church. Grace, welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, Kathi.
Well, and we're here to kick off the celebration to Low by July to all those who celebrate. And Grace, would you just explain what Low by July is to people who maybe are not part of the group or don't have an understanding of it?
Sure. Well, the operative word is low, not no. We don't say no by July
Hmm.
where we are because no buy is not realistic.
Hmm.
We say low by July because you can pick your categories or set your own goals about what low buy. For me, it's always a big buy July because I travel in July, but I
Yeah.
can be low buy in other areas. Yeah. So
Hmm.
low buy July is a challenge to work on, just like you would work on a space in your home, to work on a space in your spending that you want to be more aware of. It's about awareness, not acquiring. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
It's
so what we it's really interesting. Now, Prime Days for Amazon happen to be in
yeah.
June this year, but oftentimes it has coincided with July. And it's been very interesting. It's a made up holiday, right? It just is. And you don't save if you're spending on things that you wouldn't normally be spending on. And people will say, well, I'm only buying things that I already wanted to buy. And I'm like, are you though? Are you? I believe you if that's what you're telling me. But I'm also the person who, do I have dry shampoo at home? Okay, well, I'm not sure if I have dry shampoo at home, so I'm going to buy another one and I get home and there are 3 dry shampoos there. Um, and here's the thing, friends. I don't think we have a stuff problem. We have a not knowing what we have problem. And so understanding that. So this is, like Grace said, a 1 month intentional pause on non essential spending. Now, Grace, I would say your travel expenses are essential because you've already made those decisions, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Nobody here is going off the grid. We're just hitting a pause button and taking a moment to do a big inhale and reevaluating because, uh, boy, it can be so easy to just do what you've always done and find some frustrating habits and not address them. And this is the month that we can address those things. Um, so, what we're not buying, here are some things to consider in your own non buying journey. Uh, one of them is new clothes. So even if it's on sale, well, okay, especially if it's on sale, because if if you're saying, hey, no, that's my birthday month, I'm going to go buy an out, then yes, but plan for it. Don't let July happen to you. Happen to July. Be intentional about this stuff. I am on the hunt for a stepmother of the bride dress. So, what I consider a stepmother of the bride dress is I'm letting both of the moms pick the colors that they want to wear. And then I'm doing a different color, but still coordinating. It's a whole thing, right? And so if I find the perfect dress in July, baby, I'm buying that dress. But I go into the month with an if then. So if I find the perfect dress, then I'm buying it. But I plan to buy nothing else clothes wise that month.
Mm.
So I just know that that's what's happening. Uh, I'm not buying groceries beyond what I truly need. So we're cooking from the freezer and the pantry first. We are, uh, we're making sure that things, can we substitute? It may be some weird food this month, and I'm okay with that. I will be buying some fresh vegetables at some point and some fresh fruit and probably restocking my milk, but everything else I can probably get from the store, the stores in my house, not the stores
Mhm.
on the boulevard.
Yeah.
Another thing is beauty, hair, and makeup products. Uh, I'm going on a treasure hunt. I'm gonna find what I have. And Grace, I'll tell you something that I did in April that has really helped with this. Uh, in April, I went to a curly hair specialist. And I she cut my hair in a curly cut and she says, "And these are the products you're going to use now." And I've got 5 products besides shampoo that one I only use once a month, the other 4 I use every time I wash or style my hair. I've gotten rid of all my other products, and it feels so good to say, I'm not, because I was constantly looking for what's the curly hair magic. Roger said,
Sure.
"I had no idea all that you went through,"
I
right?
know. This is why I cut my hair off. Yeah, because I just as an 80s as an 80s baby, like I could not do it anymore. Yeah, I cut it off and never
Mhm.
turned back because
Yeah,
the search for the perfect product is just like, yeah.
it's a
I
lot.
I feel for you and it reminds
Yes.
me to keep it short. Yeah.
So, guys, we're going on a treasure hunt in our own houses. Where is that moisturizer that you have? Anything that you were saving in case of emergency. Let's just say July is your emergency. And if you're like, "Oh, I still don't want to use it," then you need to pitch it, right? We have
Yeah.
all been through the biggest emergency. Either you've lost your job or COVID or, whatever it is. We have all been through the biggest emergency. And so if you didn't use it then, you're not going to use it now. Uh, we're not buying hobby and craft supplies. There are art supplies under the bed waiting just for you. And we're not buying home decor, random Amazon purchases. This could be useful someday purchases. Now, let me tell you some of the things that we are still buying. Anything else you can think of that
Yeah. I think, summer's really tough because some people
Mhm.
have kids coming home who are looking for
Yeah,
things to do. Um, this is a great time to visit your library and find out what they
yeah.
have. If they need toys or games or things, you can rotate. Libraries now are starting to lend those things, and it gives you a
Mhm.
place to go. It checks a couple boxes during the day for families. Um, so look into that. Uh, I know people have to keep the kids occupied, but buying is not necessarily the best way. You can make the
Yeah.
hunt part of it by going to the library, then you're adding time, and then the play, and then the returning. It libraries, the gift that keeps giving. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and for others, like you have to. I like the idea of kind of picking your poison for the month. Like,
Mm,
what
mm.
is the thing that's for some people? It's just subscriptions. Like you could use the whole month just to look at your subscriptions,
Right.
check your bank account and see now that the bank account filters are getting really good where they can tell you what is
Yeah.
pinging your account. Take the month to dig into those. Are you using all of them? I love your
Mhm.
rotation idea of your streamers.
Yeah.
Allow yourself 3 streamers on rotation. Don't
Yep.
and now with the new cancellation laws in certain states, like it should be easier, should be. I know California is one of them. The new cancellation laws, if you signed up for something online, you should be able to cancel online without a lot of customer service
Right.
involvement. So set your streamers to the top 3 or rotate them 1 a month, introduce a new streamer. I don't know, like, make it, um, don't it's not always just about, like, the obvious not buying things. It's about looking at where you're spending and trying to reduce it, I think is a good game too. And because the
Yes.
families are home in the summer, tend to be home, uh, look at that. And then just be aware of the marketing out there. We will soon, July 4th is around the corner, which means back to school is right behind it. They will
Mhm.
waste no time sending that stuff out. We will see back to school stuff already in
Yeah.
July. And, just be aware of what you're being asked to spend your money on in July
Right.
and who's marketing to you. I think is great awareness too. And then
Yeah.
food, marketers take it, stores and stuff are taking advantage of people being home with, you know, fast food and that kind of like
Mhm.
nobody has time for anything. So here's your solution. Um, Take a little time to plan ahead and, again, if you have kids, get them involved in the meal planning and stuff so that you're stacking the time spent, quality time.
I I had watched somebody on TikTok, and I love what she does. She does the meal planning for her family, but she is also the guardian to her stepson and her nephew. And each month, she gives her, nephew $50 and gives her stepson 25 because he's only with her part-time, and they go through the Safeway ads and they buy all their non-essential foods, their snacks,
That's
et
good.
cetera, and is teaching, look at the sales. And I saw one of the kids saying, "Oh, they don't have the Cheez-Its I wanted they're out of the ones I wanted on sale." He went and got a rain check so that the next time he goes, he can get those. I love that so much,
That's
right?
old school. I like
I
it.
love it, old school. Um, yes, this isn't just about keeping things from coming into your house. That's a huge part of it, but it's also finances. We just when we talked about rotating stream services, I realized we weren't watching Apple. A couple of shows that I was watching on there just were done for, this season. So I went on there and I said, "Okay, well, I'm going to cancel Apple." So, but I had already paid, so I have it through the 23rd of this month. So there was a show I was kind of interested in watching, but I wasn't sure. I'm like, "Well, I have the until the 23rd to watch it." It's called The Last Thing He Told Me,
Hmm.
and it's a mystery who done it kind of thing. And I don't think I would have watched it had I not known that my subscription was coming to an end for the time. I'm loving it. It's such a good show. And so think about those things because if it's always there, you can always watch those things later, but you want to be trying new things um but I'm we will Ted Lasso is coming back with and so I think we'll re-up for Ted Lasso, but for now there's nothing that we are desperate to watch on Apple TV because we've watched them. So, okay. So let me tell you some of the things that we are still buying, friends. Oh, and I was going to mention something for 4th of July. I know there's a lot of pressure on us to buy things because it's the 250th
Mm.
celebration. But if you have a red tablecloth and some blue napkins, that's going to be just as cute than as a stars and stripes something. If
Yeah.
I collect a lot of flag stuff because I'm born on Flag Day. And so I have a lot of that stuff, but the average person does not. This is not your chance. Even if you have white and red or white and blue, you know, you don't need to go buy something just for this celebration. You could make a cute centerpiece that is just strawberries, blueberries on top of, a cake or something like that. That could be your centerpiece and it's also edible. So just some hints for you don't have to buy the things. And I was just reading about somebody who said they had just moved to San Diego and their library had a reading program, right? And so they go to the library to sign up and they said, "How many people are in your family?" And they said four. And they gave them four passes to the San Diego Fair. county fair. And
Nice.
like, be on the lookout. Your libraries are such great resources. Okay,
Yes, yes.
here's what we're still buying. Let's use some common sense. We are still buying safety items. Don't put off buying new tires. Don't skip a doctor's appointment. Do not do that. If you already have a trip plan, like we have something under our RV is cracked. uh, we are not planning an RV trip in July, but if that was happening, we would be repairing that. We're using wisdom here, but we want you to be able to pull back in other areas so that you can do that. Prescription medicine and, if you've got allergies, let's get those allergy pills. Here's what I'll say. Also look at what you already have. Do you have a backlog of medicine? Prescription or over the counter? Gather all that together. I just was able to cancel one of my uh, ongoing prescriptions for a while. I put it on hiatus because I've got enough pills to last me for a few months. I think at some point when I switched prescriptions, it gave me extra. So I did a count of that and we're good to go. Special occasions,
With the caveat,
birthdays.
check your
Yeah,
expiration dates, everybody.
yes.
Don't blame
Yeah.
Kathi if you're taking expired medicine,
No,
please.
don't
Yeah.
take expired medicine. Although I will say my pills, I would be a good 3 months because I'm not taking anything life-saving, right? I'm
Yes.
taking a pain medication. And if
Yes.
it didn't work, I would stop taking it, but it does. Um, Birthdays don't get postponed until August unless that's how your family does it. Celebrate your people. And it's a good time to reevaluate, how do we celebrate everybody's birthday? Are we, this year we celebrate all of our birthdays at the same time. And instead of buying cupcakes for everybody, I made everybody their favorite cupcakes. And that was fun. I
That's so
did it
cute.
in RV too, so I should get extra credit.
That
Um,
wow.
yeah, I was pretty proud of myself.
In an
True
easy bake
grocery.
oven
Yeah, it really is. It's an air fryer toaster
with
oven
a
combo.
light bulb?
Yes. Oh my goodness. It was crazy, but we did it and I was so proud of myself.
Yeah.
Um, True groceries, we're not giving up on formula. If you drink milk with your coffee every day, do you have frozen milk? Great. If you don't, go buy some. This isn't deprivation. It's accommodation. Let's see, because we want you to have extra money at the end of the month. We want you to not be throwing out groceries that you normally throw out. Okay. Um,
Yeah, I think it's good to pick a category that, whenever we, especially cluttery types across the board, all or nothing type thinking
mhm,
can kind of lock us up. And it's not spending. This is why we call it low buy and not no buy. Not
mhm.
spending is not realistic for most
Right. Yeah.
everyone. Yeah, you have to buy gas. You have to buy, it's like clutter. Like everyone
Mhm.
wants to worry about their taxes, and meanwhile they're surrounded by boxes of extraneous paper. Like
Yeah.
those few years of tax files aren't the problem. It's the other stuff. Speaking from experience,
Yes.
it's the other stuff. That one box of tax papers is not like the
Yeah.
problem. So it's good to look at your big spending categories and try to do something about those. It gives, I love that's like, I can hear Tanya in my head. Like, when you get leverage over one thing, it really builds
Mhm.
confidence that you can get
Yes.
leverage over other things. So even just spending the month on cancellations and subscriptions and streamers and finding out if you still have cable, what your cable company, many of
Mhm.
us are still doing both, and the cable
Yeah.
company provides the streaming service that we're paying for too. So it's like,
Yes.
yeah, like it's a lot. It takes time. Those things take time to figure
Right.
out. So that's why I like the idea that it's about awareness and lowering
Mhm.
the spend rather than eliminating it.
Yeah, because at some point you're going to run out of something that you use.
Yes.
And we don't want you to not get the flea medicine for your dog.
No, don't do that.
Those kind of things. But there are so many places that you can make small doable tweaks and it can make a real difference. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the discovery phase. So, how can we pull forward in that? Okay, we'll be right back. Friends, to all of you who have been supporting us financially for this podcast, thank you. Thank you so much. It makes such a difference to me and the team. If you want to partner with us with $5 a month, all you have to do is go to Kathi.link/coffee. That's KATHI.link, LINK/coffee. We also have that in our show notes. It is a great way to partner with us. It is a great way to know that this podcast will be there when you need it. Okay, we're back. So here are some things you could do. We've still got over a week until July hits. So if you want to get your bearings, here are some things you can do. The first thing I would recommend is the freezer archaeology expedition. How many of us have mystery meat from 2022 in the back of our freezer? July is the month we turn those forgotten into ingredients. I don't know if I would take the 2022 stuff. Maybe you just pitched that. But maybe you have some things that are more recent and you turn those into actual meals. And I want you to just realize how smart you are doing this. Maybe you were saving that for a rainy day. Let's let July be the time that rains, and then you can get stuff in there that you're actually going to use. Um, I also do a full freezer inventory, you know, even before July or in the first week of July. Write it on a whiteboard or take a photo, whatever is going to help you so you know what you actually have and you can plan from there. Because we don't want you to we don't want you to look at 2029 because that will be a thing at some point and say, look at what I bought in 2026 and never used. We're not doing that, friends. Okay, the beauty product graveyard, the half-used shampoos, the lipstick shade you bought on a whim but you don't like, the face mask you've been saving. For July, your bathroom is your spa. Use the stuff. If you don't like the lipstick shade, get rid of it. But maybe you have a kid that would like it. Or maybe you have a friend that it's their perfect shade. Or maybe it really does look good on you. You just haven't had the confidence. Um, so I want you to try these things. One of the things I'm putting into my routine. So once a month, I saw this online. Somebody called it her shell day. And her shell day is taking care of all the outside stuff. And so I do a deep detox on my hair. I dye my hair. I do all over moisturizer. I'm going to start doing a face mask while I'm waiting for my hair dye to go. So get all the ugly at the same time, right? But I think that that's going to be, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to use those products that I don't normally use. So I'm excited about that. Another place to dig deep is your closet. Uh, have you ever bought 3 white shirts because you forgot you already owned white shirts? Pull things out, rediscover them.
Bathing
Put
suits. This is the
oh,
time. Get your bathing suits out. Get them
oh
all
yeah.
out. All
Yeah.
of them, even the saggy
Yes.
ones. Get them all out. Put them in a laundry bin or something. And, I don't know.
You got to try them on at some point. Yeah, gotta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
And you want to
Oh,
try them on before you take them on vacation because
yes.
elastic can snap. And you'd rather have that happen at home than on vacation. Yes, I think that's so smart.
Yeah.
Your hiking shoes, if you're going to go hiking, rediscover things. I like to, when I see something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't worn that in a while. I immediately put an outfit together. Like I'll put that shirt that I really, really like, but haven't worn for a while with a pair of cool pants and I'll hang it on the same hanger and I'm going to pull it out of my closet. I'm going to hang it outside my closet so I can wear it in the next couple of days. And if I don't want to wear it, that's telling me something.
Mm.
Um, yeah, art supplies, craft supplies, hobby gear. What are you going to use up? It's cluttery people are starters. We love to start new things, but we need to train ourselves to be finishers. And I've been doing a lot of embroidery and really enjoying it. And I've been tempted by some other crafts. I'm not doing it. I'm going to finish this embroidery project. I've already finished one. I want to get that framed. I want to finish this one and then I can move on to something else.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
yeah.
and, for crafters, now's the time if you have kids in the house, pull it all that's the activity, right?
Yeah.
Let them because kids aren't some they'll use it and toss it and that's it. But if you have kids in the house, like, let them use up this stuff in the summer. And if
Yeah.
not, I know the hospice, back home that we donate to, they just had a call for yarn. Like,
Oh.
they need yarn for a blanket for a certain gauge. It was very specific. I don't know yarn, but, like, get this stuff out. I think getting stuff out and putting it together,
Yeah.
like all the like getting all that stuff out, like even the bathing suits in a bin
Hmm.
by the pool or by the door where you're heading out, like getting it all out and seeing what you have. Sometimes for a lot of us cluttery types who need to see it all out at one time, like it really does help realize that you don't need another pair of swim trunks.
Yeah.
They're in the bin. Yeah.
Yep. I love it.
Or
Okay, guys,
towels. Yeah.
oh my goodness, right? I don't even
Beach
own
towels.
beach towels.
They're so
That's
cute.
so funny. I had them for years and years and years and never used them. I went to Mexico where we did a lot of that kind of stuff, but they had beach towels there. So if
Yeah.
I need them, I'll borrow them from one of my kids. But yeah, I'm good. So, only keep what you actually use. Okay, let's do some really practical steps for setting yourself up for success.
Mm.
So we're going to do a couple of things. Remove Amazon from your phone. You can put it back on afterwards, but just remove it from your phone.
Friction is your friend. Friction is your friend.
Friction is
Yeah.
your friend. Yes. Unsubscribe from retail emails. You can always resubscribe, but you don't need that temptation coming in. Do your inventory, freezer, pantry, bathroom cabinet, closet. And then tell somebody you're doing it. If you go over to our free group, Clutter Free Academy, we're going to be putting some of the prompts in there. So you're going to want to join us over there. So if you just look for Clutter Free Academy, answer a couple of questions, we'll let you in and you can be a part of this. If put things on a waiting list, if you still want it in August, buy it then. Most of the time you won't. We love to be impulsive and think that something's going to change our life, but keep a running list. Write it down and let it wait. Okay?
Let you
That's
yeah, let your
good.
Amazon cart build up so you can see what the value of what you're putting in there. Even if you
Oh,
buy on a set yourself up, if you still have to order stuff, do it on
yeah.
a weekly or every other day, like set your days up and trim your cart each time. It really does help.
Okay, I'm taking Amazon off my phone and
Yeah.
I'm not going to
That
I'm going to stay away from Amazon, but if you have Amazon, that's a great way of doing it and say, "Hey, I'll order what I need on the 15th if I actually need it." And check your subscribe and saves. I don't have any set up because I cannot tell you how much sugar-free coconut flavoring I had in my house because it was on subscribe and save.
yeah.
But, check those to make sure you're not oversubscribed. Um, Plan your meals backwards. What do I have? What can I make from it? And this is when it gets fun to challenge yourself and do it as a family too. Uh, you know, uh, when Tanya still does this with her family, but they would plan meals together and get really, really creative.
Yeah.
So, in the free group, we're going to have some posts there, encouragement. We're going to celebrate the wins together. Any last words, Grace, on this?
I think also I'll just add, use your online, one app you probably want to use is your grocery app, especially in the
Hmm.
summer. With kids, you don't want to be bringing kids into the store because they're picking, if that's a problem. Like you order your groceries online and have them brought out to your car. Um, that's one way to control
Yeah.
the impulse spending there. It's a good app to use.
Yes.
Yeah, and the moratorium, just like, you know, don't don't use the buy now feature, like buy later. Just try to challenge yourself to go 5 days, 7 days, 6 days. If it's too hard, if a whole month seems too much, try a week. See if you can,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. And then use your resources like you said, like local resources. Make it a triple dip by doing the food shopping together, planning the meal, doing the shopping and making the meal and cleaning up together. That's like 4 separate activities.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It really is. Okay, friends, head on over to Clutter Free Academy. We're going to have a post in there. You can take the No by July pledge with us. We will be
love.
updating in that group. We're going to have so much fun this week. We're going to get really creative. It's going to be amazing. Okay, friends, you've been listening to the Clutter Free Academy. I'm Kathi Lipp. Now, go live the clutter free life you've always wanted to live.